Um, hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
Celebrated America's 250th birthday, which was pretty cool.
It's a lot of years, man.
A lot of years. A lot of people didn't think we'd make it this far, but we made it this far.
A lot of people. There were doubters.
There were doubters. We had a few doubters.
150-ish years ago. That was pretty tough.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Didn't know if we'd make it. Didn't know how it would go. And then there've been some other tough periods.
Yeah, there have been some other tough periods in American history, but we went through it. And Ordog, I thought about this earlier. I'm wearing my Rockies America jersey that, like, if you look at the back, it's kind of sick. I don't know if you guys can see it that well.
Oh, that's great. The red letters, the stars, the stars on the numbers.
Stars and stripes. It's pretty sweet. But I thought as we opened the packs, because we have a bit of a we may have a short episode today because Travis has got to go meet up with some friends at the Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the World Cup USA soccer game. And my buddy Kyle decided, or was like, we should go to the most American place we can think of to watch it. And we were like Applebee's, Chili's, and B-Dubs. And we ended up going with B-Dubs because I think at the end of the day, they'll have a better way to watch it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So we're going to B-Dubs. But what I thought we'd do was we kind of like baseball this, but what do you think are the greatest, sports moments in, American history? And I thought about this because Brady actually did it and went through a lot, and I thought he left a couple out.
Okay.
But things that make America proud, right? We got the same thing going. Series 2, we're opening. I have a jumbo hobby of Series 2.
I have a mega. I'm on a mega.
Ordog was at the LCS earlier today.
Yeah, speaking of Tom Brady,
I thought you could kick it off and, what you think is a real, and when I mean American, either, 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Before we begin, right?
That's like round 0 pick, right? I don't know if there's is there a bigger international moment than that? Maybe, not maybe. There isn't.
No, I don't think that, we were actually talking about this in my soccer group chat because obviously World Cup. And if Cape Verde would have beaten Argentina, I would have considered it a bigger upset than the US 1980 game. But when it comes from upsets aside, from American pride,
right?
The only thing that you could even hold the conversation for was what happened in February, the U.S. team beating Canada in the gold medal match. But it's still not even in the same realm.
Ooh, here's a cool one. It's a Greg Maddux on the Cubbies.
Ooh, that is a good one.
It's not
a really good one.
It's not where I think of him, but
no,
he
it's
did
not.
play there.
He did play there.
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
You daddy. Yeah, man. I think, obviously, as American sports moments go, beating Russia during the Cold War.
Yeah.
That's the number one. I can't.
It really doesn't get much higher than that. It really just doesn't get much higher than that.
As far as international stuff goes, the only other one I can think of that comes immediately to mind is Michael Phelps's domination of the 2008 Beijing Olympics. I believe that's the one where he went.
Yeah, no. That was on my
on your bingo card.
On my bingo card.
Yeah.
I think that the unsung thing of that is Jason Lezak in the 4x100 relay.
4x, yeah.
Sure. Lezak doing what Lezak did, coming from behind. You can't have the conversation about that moment, and I think that goes to the point of how American and great it is. He was able to achieve the greatest thing in any Olympics ever achieved, and he couldn't have done it alone.
Oh, 146 of 2026
Oh, we
Chris
love that.
Sale.
I
Chris
just got
Sale.
Andre
Let's go.
Granillo. Andre Granillo of 2026 is actually a date. We
Let's
got
go.
August 3rd,
Oh,
2026.
that's coming up, dude.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's a good one.
That's what I'm
These
on.
borders are slightly darker uh from
Eldridge and Tatis.
the ones in series one, I can already tell. And they've also changed the packing. I can tell that
Yeah,
from series two. Because they
it's
normally
different.
throw the inserts in the middle and they're at the end.
These are at the end.
Yeah, these are at the end, and they are normally in the middle. So they've slightly changed it. I don't know how I feel about it because like I feel like you now have to go so far into it to get one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like you don't expect excitement all throughout. Ooh, Zach Wiener.
Love that, but you like getting that little mid pop. You know,
You want the little mid pop. Agreed.
you kind of like, especially when
Oh,
it's as big of a pack as this. I mean, these are 48 cards in a pack, which is just like a lot
right.
to get through to get the goodies.
Mets Jorge Polanco with a nice
Jorge
shimmery.
Polanco.
Look at this, dude. Look at this shimmery.
Ooh, we
The
like that.
lights.
The gold foil. We love that.
It's not gold. It's silver, but it's
Or
shimmery.
silver foil.
Travi gets his silvers and golds mixed up sometimes.
I do. I really do.
It's all
We
precious
got
to him.
Roberto Clemente glove work. Shout out
Love
Roberto
that.
Clemente.
We
Shout
talked
out Roberto.
some Berto last time we were on the show.
We always talk some Berto. I mean, I think that he, one of the guys on the cover of Series Two, Sandy Koufax, is pretty well mentioned. I think. Who? I mean, let's go. It's Teddy ball games, obviously.
Yep.
We're doing retired players. We're not going like Jackson Churio.
Sandy Koufax.
Ted Williams, Roberto Clemente, Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson. Who else do we really mention a lot in the show?
We don't talk about, people that we talk about a lot.
Satchel Paige,
not retired.
Satchel Paige.
We talk about
Churio's probably the Ty Cobb. Churio's probably the most mentioned of anybody.
Churio's just top mention, not retired.
Not retired. And we may as well rename this the Jackson Churio podcast.
The Jackson Churio show. We should also definitely mention, we've talked about the one, the only Honus Wagner a few times as well.
We've talked about Honus Wagner. And then obviously all the Rockies, right? I think we talk about Brendan Doyle, Ezekiel Tovar, good shout outs to Hunter Goodman, Jordan Beck. I mean, we haven't really been on since Kyle Karros and Cole Carrig, who we saw, by the way. We saw both of those guys. We met them.
I guess we saw Matt.
I wouldn't say we really met them, but like we definitely saw them encountered them in the wild, for lack of a better term, right? Like
in the zoo, we saw not in quite the zoo, in the wild.
In the zoo. That's actually such a better way to phrase it. I'm here for that. And then Paul Skeens also sitting in front of us. We talk about Skeener a lot. Edouard Julien. I just got Ryan Feltner, Colorado Rocky. Ryan Feltner, shout out. He's been pitching great.
Other big moments. Oh, Reggie Jackson with the pinky border.
You can't really talk about it without Jesse Owens back in the day. I love that, the little pinky border.
Yep. Yeah, Jesse Owens, that would have been a huge American moment. I got gold. I got glove work. Brooks Robinson. That's one. We've never brought up Brooks Robinson.
I don't think we've ever talked about Brooks Robinson.
Not in the entire history of this pod have we ever talked about. And that's because I don't know who he is.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Well, he is a Hall of Famer, but I legit
for the O's, Hall of Famer for the O's.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry, Baltimore.
That's okay. Fans. I mean, like this is to me, it's very. I'm very unique in this because like I go to the Hall of Fame so often that like you end up having a connection, not a connection, but like you
No,
know a
that's
lot of random Hall of Famers.
that's a connection. You
And
can say it's a connection.
I end up learning a lot more about it. The more shout out to Hall of Fame, I'll be there in week and a half. But I end up like you learn so much more about players that you never really like learned about growing up because of the way that you like were raised and who you followed, right? Like I didn't know a lot about Brooks Robinson growing up. Like that I have a direct result of these all cards got fucked.
Travi, did you pull a George Kirby already?
I did pull a George Kirby.
George Kirby. Second
Uh,
George Kirby of the night. We also talk about George Kirby a decent amount.
We also talk about hopeful friend of the pod, George Kirby. The corner, dude. Look at how these got shipped. The corners are absolutely mangled.
Mangled.
On these. I already went through the
dude,
good
this card's
cards.
Sweet. A Kirby Puckett 75th anniversary.
Oh,
that's just gorgeous.
We got a great one. We got an of 99 City Connect swatches from Vladdy Jr. Love that.
Wow.
We don't get numbered patches very often.
Numbered relic. Good for
we don't get numbered relics very often. But like I'm trying to think of some other really, really big American sportsmen. I mean, April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson re-breaking the color barrier in baseball. That's got to be up there.
Yep.
Like you can't really tell. I think that like the way I think about it, and it's just such a high bar because to me there's really only a handful of moments like this. But like you can't tell the history of the United States without telling that story, right?
For sure. I mean,
like you can't tell the history of the United States without talking about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, right? You can't do it without talking about Jesse Owens. And you can't do it without talking about Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, and honestly, I think of those that you've mentioned, the first two feel far more impactful than hockey, honestly. Like,
yeah, and
but maybe that's just the perspective of like not having lived through either of those things, being 70 years, whatever, 50 years, 40 years after the fact, right? Depending on what event we're talking about. But it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine just by. Do we lose Travis? Whatever. It's
sorry. My girlfriend was calling me. I didn't hear a word you said.
It's hard to believe that Jesse Owens isn't the biggest one of those three.
I mean, like when you really think of the circumstances around what he did, it's kind of crazy.
Jackie as well, but just like the hockey again, just feels to me like it pales in comparison to what it meant to be integrating sports and the greater culture at that level. Than those guys doing that.
And I'd love to. We got an of 50 Brooks Lee Future Stars. This one didn't get fucked up. I'm glad I didn't.
You aren't back on. You know what? Let me. Excuse me. Let me do a check.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the old fashioned. Hold on.
We're gonna do the looky loo. We're gonna disappear and return. And there he is. There he is, just like that. We did it.
Oh, we did it. All right, cool. We did
back, baby.
We're back, baby.
Love work, Adrian Beltre.
But, it's funny to me how, and I know that this is slightly biased, but I don't really think it is how many of those impactful moments in history that like are even smaller are kind of baseball related. The one in our lifetime that, kind of like there's the football moment that I'll say afterward, but after 9/11 being in New York, George Bush coming out and hitting or throwing like a dead strike down the middle at Yankee Stadium is like one of the most iconic moments in baseball history.
Yep.
And the other one from the other side of New York when Mike Piazza then hits the home run, in the first game back, right? Like there are these huge moments and, the other baseball one, which you will equate, is David Ortiz after the marathon bombing, saying, this is our fucking city and no one will dictate our freedom.
Right.
Like those moments are the only other sports moment outside of that really cultivates America is, at the first Saints game after Katrina.
That was winning the
Super Bowl
Super
that year.
Bowl after literally that year. That was pretty unbelievable. And we were like prime time, right? You and I were.
Yeah, we were.
Oh,
Who'd you pull? What'd you pull?
Up
Who'd you pull?
150.
Love that.
Gunnar Henderson.
Oh, that is a good one.
That's a nice the blue 150. Boy, that's a spectacular piece right there, huh?
Oh, we love a little spectacular piece. Yeah, but I think like there are U.S. sports, those moments really like stand out to me. And then you can obviously talk about like
the achievements.
Yeah, like big moments in U.S. sports history, right? Like
breaking the curse.
Breaking the curse in 2004. I think that what's the other one that I'm
Tom
like
Brady.
20-3 is a big moment. On the flip side of that, to bring us down, Eli Manning and the Giants beating the Patriots and getting rid of their perfect season, right? Like
Dan Musial, we got to talk
about.
Oh,
love that.
But then look at this.
Dan the man.
And of 50er, Francisco Lindor.
Oh, love that.
Hello, gorgeous.
What the dude, we got a gold mirror.
No way.
Yeah, we got a Tyler Wells gold mirror pitcher for the O's. This is actually, I love like the image variations on gold mirrors. They're like really great. I don't know if I haven't pulled many gold mirrors. I'm like really, really stoked on that, to be honest with you.
Second one on the show.
Is it the second one? I think I pulled one. I think I pulled one, but I wasn't like positive about it.
Ooh, Travie, you were saying some damage. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, I have like some big, like a couple of these cards have just come out of the box a little fudged up.
Little smackety.
Yeah, a little smacky, like not looking super hot about it. But you know what? That's the nature of the business. But it's interesting that both you and I have like the same problem.
Some damage on the second series. So yeah, like there are big international moments, some big moments of American history that overlapped, and then just some big moments in the sport itself, right? Seeing Tom Brady come back from 28-3, not a huge American moment, but a defining moment in the history. Not even like just a defining moment in football history.
Yeah, I know that this is going to be a weird spin-off to this conversation, but like, what do you think are big American sports moments that were also international sports moments? Like, I think a lot in tennis in that aspect, right? Because like Venus and Serena doing their thing. I mean, Andy Roddick going however long he did against Roger Federer was unbelievable. I mean, you think about Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi. You're going back to Billie Jean King, and there are a lot of big tennis moments that to me were international moments. Michael Phelps, that's the big one. Obviously, you already talked about that. But like, I'm hard pressed. Hockey. There are big like Sidney Crosby. Technically, that's internet, but like, how many of the globe was actually caring about that?
Right. Yeah, and especially I think hockey is more isolated to like Europe and Nordic countries and America and Canada. I think that's it. I mean, I mentioned a lot of places, but that's where hockey's popular, right?
Yeah, it's not like
where soccer is popular.
Yeah, everywhere. And like USA hasn't really had those moments. Like there hasn't been like a USA Soccer moment, and that's a good transition to right now. I mean, like I'm a soccer follower, and
Soccer follower.
I think that what happened. First of all, we'll just talk about this, which is the Flo Balogun red card being um, revoked
Revoked.
or
Reversed.
suspended is the technical word that it was, but I'm not upset about it. I'm a huge soccer fan, so like I want him to play,
Want him to play.
but I think that the way that it ended up going down is the problem that I have with it. I think that first of all, they did it the day before the game that it got revoked or suspended,
Right.
and
Ooh.
if they're admitting their fault,
A
if they're
Murakami.
admitting their, ooh, love that.
I love the first Murakami I've pulled, dude.
If they're admitting their fault, then you just rescind the red card. But by suspending it until next year, it just looks super sus.
It's very sus.
And it like
It's sus for
super,
a
super
reason.
sus.
It's sus for a reason, and it sucks. And it's just how it is, you know?
It's just kind of how it is. But
It's just kinda
I
how it
was
is.
I was talking to my buddy about this, and this is, I am a huge soccer fan, but mostly I watch international soccer because U.S. soccer sucks. Um, the
It'll get there.
fact it'll get there, but the fact that Belgium is so worried and making comments and releasing statements and doing things about this is because they're scared of the United States national soccer team. And, I said this to my buddy who lives in London. I equate it to like, it's if or Cape Verde had a player that got their red card suspended and like Argentina were complaining, right? That's how most of the world has viewed US soccer, right? Like,
Right.
we're not a threat. It doesn't really matter who you come at us with. We take it seriously, but we're not viewing you as a threat. And the fact that they think of us as such a threat that they're making a big deal out of it is something that I take somewhat pride in
Yeah, it's
because
almost flattering, like, you
yeah,
guys
it's
are
like
scared enough to complain about it.
you guys have come a long way, and now you're scared, just as you said, you're scary enough for us to now complain about it.
Yeah?
Ooh, Shohei Otani, 146 runs. That's a nice one.
Ooh, little statistic card, huh?
A little stat card. But like that's kind of my feel on it. I if any other team besides the United States was having this issue, I would definitely be like, dude, this is so shitty and suspect. But like,
Yeah, yeah.
I want my team to win, right? And you know what? Sue me if you don't like that.
But yeah, absolutely. Dude, why do I feel like I'm missing something? Oh, you know what? I just realized a bigger American culture moment in sports was Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson. That was a
Yes.
bigger moment
Ooh,
that wasn't the sport itself, but because the sport exists, it became huge.
an
But
international moment. I think that that's a great call, dude.
I bet, and I was a big fan and everyone cared. I bet more people were talking the next day about, right? It just has to be across the country. More people talking about Janet Jackson the next day
Then the
than
game.
the game, or who, like, I'm sure both were discussed in a lot of cases, but I would imagine, people who don't care as much about the sport were watching at friends' houses, whatever, saw the craziest
Ooh.
wardrobe malfunction of all time. That can't be the craziest one of all time, but like, damn.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got like I don't even know what this is, but it's a thicker card
A thicken.
and it's got like texture. It's like texturized and it's of the Great Bambino.
Whoa. It's
Like
like
I don't know if you can
embossed?
really see the front of it, but it's like rough like dirt. Like it's dirt.
Interesting. I can see that there's like one part of it that's laminated and the rest of it isn't. It looks like the middle part's laminated, like an
Yeah,
hourglass type of shape.
it's like yeah, it's basically like a silhouette of him is that way. Ooh.
If you give us $10, we will absolutely do something unrelated to what we're talking about. Are you kidding? Give us the 10. Give us the 10
Give us
spot.
the 10. Give us the 10 spot.
But yeah, dude, that's a cool poll. So Janet Jackson, what other like? I was just trying to think of like big moments that I overlooked because there's definitely more times I watched sports as a kid, or even like more recently. I was in I think I was in Prague watching the Olympics in 20, what would that be? 2014 Olympics.
Yep.
Um, and man, that was the TJ Oshie year.
Goal.
That was
Yeah,
TJ Oshie going
that's
off.
a big one. I think what are the like Simone Biles doing Simone Biles
Simone,
thing.
of
I
course, dude.
think I think Michaela Schifrin gets a lot of attention when the skiing
Yep.
goes on, and those are always big moments, win or lose. And I think the world is watching that. Um, what was
Shaun
I'm
White.
blanking. Sean White, Brandy
Shaun White
Chastain
dominating.
for the U.S. women's soccer team.
Yep.
What was the woman gymnastics that like won the gold on a broken ankle or whatever it was? You know the
Oh,
video. You know the video of what I'm talking about for
I
sure.
cannot. Oh, that's bad.
But you
You
know
are.
who I'm thinking about.
I know who. Yeah. Yep. Um, but yeah, there's just I know that we're missing a lot of moments. So, you know, let us know what we missed. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, and let's
we'll
see,
talk
let's
about
hear
them
the
next time.
comment section talking about it. I mean, like I know we've got 9 million people watching,
What
so
was what was the biggest game like, Travis? This is going to be a tough one. We had a lot of Boston, Massachusetts, New England sports history happen in our lifetimes, and of course, there's plenty of it before that that informs all of like our crazy feelings about the game, rituals, etc. Right? But
yep.
of like, oh, he's
Oh.
excited. He's excited.
Oh, okay. Okay. Uh 24 of 50 Ronald Acuna Jr. City Connect autograph.
And relic.
Relic auto of 50.
What? Dude, what a pull, Trav.
Dude,
That's a beast.
we went from never really pulling relic autos to getting quite a few relic autos. That's a lovely, lovely pull.
And you said that's of Ronald.
Of Ronald of Rack City.
It's of Ronald.
Ronald. Oh
So
dang. I'm a
that's
big fan of that.
that's a huge pull, dude. I love that. I love that.
We love that. That was almost the last pack too. It would have been it theoretically could have if I picked a different way.
Could have been.
It could have been.
So the question, Travi, is can you rank the moments, the big sports moments that you've had, like between watching any of the events that we talked about, Phelps dominating, Shaun White dominating, Simone Biles dominating, include like all the Boston breaking the curse, Boston winning it again in 2007, either of the follow ups, the Bruins. Oh, you're not a Bruins fan, sorry. The Patriots winning it the the first time in Brady's dynasty, the fourth time in Brady's dynasty, the sixth time in Brady. You know what I mean? Like not in Brady's dynasty. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I will exclude moments of going to games. This is simply watching it. So I'll try to do. This is going to be between 5 and 10. So 2008, Michael Phelps, the butterfly, when he did the half stroke to win, is very high up there. Yeah, I remember watching that. The choo choo.
Oh
I
my
remember
god.
watching that with my family, and that was big.
Huge. That was huge. You have swimmers in your family too, so it makes sense.
2004 October whatever, Dave Roberts steals the base, and I scream, and my dad comes back down. My dad and I watch the end of that game.
You said he went to
Um,
bed, dude.
yeah,
But he's like
and
still
my
listening to it.
still like heard. I don't know if he just wasn't asleep or you know what I mean.
You said he came down and said, "There's no way I could sleep."
Yeah, it was something like that, right? And
Right.
so he came down and I watched that. That was up there. 28-3 when
28-3.
I'm at a friend's apartment in the city. Well, it's technically in Hoboken, but you know what I mean. And um, they were all loving my pain. And I asked what the final score would be. And I said it would be 35-21. And at halftime. And then obviously they scored after halftime, so it went to 28. But yes, so that is definitely up there.
Wow. Wait,
USA
Trav,
Olympic
was
hockey
that
team.
was that a was that 2014 when the Patriots did that,
Was
or
it
was that
14?
no? It had to
No,
be.
it was
Am I thinking of the wrong year? Is it 15 or 16?
something. One of those. One of those. Not no. Was it 17?
That seems too late. It could be
I don't
17.
know. It could be
Could be
17.
17. All right. Anyway,
Um, but that's definitely up there. Watching USA win Olympic gold with my family a couple months ago is certainly up there. Um, man, what else? What else is a good one that I'm thinking about that I watched on TV? Pete Alonso hitting the home run against Milwaukee. I was going through all the emotions when that happened. Um, I'm glad I remember that. I was going through all the emotions when that was happening.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, dude, there's some losses in there that are just as big as the lows are just as high. The Wes Welker drop pass,
yeah, I mean
still in my
the
heart
the
even this
perfect
moment.
season, the David Tyreek moment will always be up there.
Yep.
Tyreek, Plaxico winning it.
Yeah.
Those are
But see that
brutal.
that makes me think of other good ones where like I wasn't a huge Steelers guy, but when Jerome Bettis did Jerome Bettis win MVP of the Super Bowl, or am I crazy?
Maybe.
Whatever. Well, Jerome Bettis in the bowl, one of my favorite moments of all time. Jerome Bettis, like legend, legend.
Uh,
Not a Pittsburgh guy.
um, who was it? It was the Titans against someone, and I'm blanking when they was it Titans Steelers when they stopped them at the 2.
Could be.
That was a
Sounds
big
right.
one. That was a really big one for sure. Um, oh, Jacob Mizorowski, that's a really good one.
Let's go. The
Rangers
the young
Rangers
cannon.
losing Rangers losing the only um Stanley Cup that they'd been to in my knowable lifetime. I mean, they went in '94, but I was 3 years old, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
count that.
That's
Um,
that's like such a it still feels like a hologram that the Bruins pulled it off at all because 20 it was such an unlikely seeming team to make it. But that was, I mean, for me, the Bruins winning it was huge,
huge
huge. And we were
was
in like
huge.
finals. Wasn't it like shitty timing? Didn't we have finals and stuff? As I complained,
Probably it had to be around that time,
my
right?
buddy, my buddy was like, "Hey, you want to come to a game?" I was
No,
like,
no, no,
"Yeah,
no, 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 no. No. I'm trying to think. Well, like they wouldn't have been in the finals when we were in school because
okay."
the
What
finals would have been end of May, early June.
finals? Our finals.
No, 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 no. The NHL finals, the actual Stanley Cup finals.
Stanley Cup Finals in May matches up with our finals for school. No,
I don't know what the timing is of the year, but like now it ends in June, right? It
right,
doesn't.
right. Back
Yeah,
then,
yeah, it does.
I remember studying for like a biz econ final, and my buddy was like, "Yo, do you want to come to the play? Like, I have tickets to the game tomorrow. Do you want?" I was like, "I can't fly up. Like, I'd love to." but I'm
but I
really
can't.
like,
Yeah,
I
I
can't
can't.
ruin school to go to a hockey which now I'd be like, throw the whole career away. Let's go to
Yeah,
these
fuck
games.
it. Like who cares?
Yeah,
But
I'm
yeah, I
kidding.
mean,
I love my job.
what would be like? I'm trying to think what else would be like
Good
big
corporate
moments for
boy.
you. You know, obviously Sox, like the C's. Would any of the Celtics victories be up there with you?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some good Celtics memories, but the just like, it wasn't as big in my family. We played a little bit of basketball, but, like, just
Yeah,
watching basketball was not something that we really did a lot. But there I like, in high school, when they won in, what, oh well, maybe it wasn't even the one they won. They lost one to the Lakers as well, right?
yeah, they lost one to the Lakers.
I think I one of my favorite moments was watching the Lakers lose, was the whole series. We were going over to a friend's house, and it was just, like, the best, like it was such a good time. They had, like, a great house, there was tons of stuff to do, tons of games, and then we were watching the game in, like, a movie theater, so it was rad, but
Yeah,
then we lost. But that's still a
yeah.
huge, like,
It's still a huge moment. Like it's still a
because we were going
memorable
over every
moment.
other day. We were watching every game there, you know?
Oh, I mean, that's making me. I don't know how I didn't get this.
This is what I'm talking about.
Seattle, when Malcolm Butler picks it at the goal
Malcolm
line.
Butler.
When he makes the interception at the goal line, like that was a moment. Like I
Fraternity hug.
remember that there's like a couple sports moments that I have that I remember vividly, and that I'll never forget that. Like I'll never forget my
Man.
reaction. I'll never forget like JP refusing to watch, like me running and picking him up. Like I know like our apartment had like the living room and then it was down the corridor to the door and JP was down the corridor to the door like couldn't wasn't watching at all and Malcolm Butler makes the interception and I just like run and grab JP.
Yeah. Dude, it sounds like a theme in your life is that somebody's too weak to watch the whole game with you.
Yeah,
Your
no, but
dad ran
like
away,
that
JP ran
my dad
away.
didn't ran away. To be fair, my that game was like midnight. My dad had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Like to be fair on that one, but like JP just refusing to watch. I mean, I've had moments that I've refused to watch, but they're very few and far between. Because like I don't know if there have been like I watched the Plaxico Burris touchdown,
Oh,
and like I saw that. I went and watched it alone. Like
every
my
brutal replay.
we were watching as a family in
Megan says
like our
hello.
living hello Megan in our living room, and I like ran to the like back room where our other TV room, and like that's where like the video games were, and I like watched there, and I watched alone and was pretty pissed off. Um,
It happens, man. You gotta go with the feel every emotion on the roller coaster, you know? That's part of part of the joy of sports is it's a safe place to feel as low as you want because then you realize it's still baseball.
It's
It's
still
just I
baseball.
mean,
I
it's
mean, I
important.
think it's been one of the lessons in life that I've learned to like wear your heart on your sleeve because like you see those people do it, and so you kind of do it as well. Like you see them on television really like feeling it, and it makes you feel it as well. I've never. It's funny that like now that we're talking about this, I've never sat there and been mad at an athlete. I've been mad at the situation and I've
Mm,
been mad at the outcome, but I've never held like a grudge against an athlete for on my team for like not succeeding at something.
right. Yeah, they
Like,
tried out there. They didn't go up there to
like,
fail intentionally. They're doing everything that they can do in their power.
yeah, and I always find it really funny when people do. Right? There
Sure.
was there was there was the great when Germany lost the World Cup and the story came out that a bunch of their players refused to like veteran players with tons of experience refused to watch or take the penalty kick. And, they left it on some like kid's shoulders and he missed it.
Right.
And a very similar thing happened in Australia's World Cup knockout game. And an 18-year-old who actually plays for the Rapids um, stepped up willingly and missed the penalty. And a German fan like reached out to him and it went viral. And he essentially was like, you know, when we had a similar situation, uh, Golta, who's, a 6-time World Cup player, World Cup winner, 3-time Champions League winner, plays for Bayern Munich, refused to take it. But you stepped up as an 18-year-old to take it for your country. We are really proud of you and we
Yeah.
will always like have your back. And I sat there and I was like, I agreed with the take. And, you can never be mad at someone for failing at trying. You can be mad at someone for not trying to fail,
Right.
right? Or not trying and then not failing. You know what I mean?
I know what you're
But
saying.
I don't think you can really get mad at them if they gave it their all and it didn't go the way that it was supposed to.
One of the players I immediately think of is what like Rafael Devers did in Boston, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it that is a situation where it's like that guy's not going. Is that a situation? Well, let me ask you, Travis. Is it the situation or is it the player? Because he hasn't been the worst player in the world since he left the Red Sox, right?
I think it's a combination of both, but
The person
at
makes the
the end,
situation,
yeah, the person makes the situation, right? I think that, you know, I heard similar stories coming out of San Francisco when he went to San Francisco about his attitude
that it didn't change,
and and that it was what everyone said it was. And I haven't heard any stories since. So there
right?
may be the theory where like he kind of was like, oh shit, like that's not the way you're supposed to act and somewhat changed.
And I think
Um,
that's to your point why you don't, like these guys are all learning too. They're young. Like let's not forget these guys are in their 30s and in a world where people live to be 98 years old. Like these guys are still relatively they're human. They
I mean,
make
like
mistakes, they
at
go through
their
periods, they get
at their
depressed.
eldest, at their oldest, professional athletes are our age.
Yeah,
Like professional athletes are our age, and I could never sit there and be like, "Oh, well, I'm the most rational and level-headed human being in the world."
right. Right.
Like,
And I'm not
and
doing it for 22 million a year.
a year, right? And you think most high high performance, high class athletes are younger than us. They're 10 years younger than us. I mean,
Right.
to keep it on the
All
trend
right,
of
Travis,
the World Cup,
stop comparing, brother. Be
we're
easy
not.
on
But
me,
like
dude.
Lamine Yamal is like 18 years old,
Right.
right?
Right.
And imagine being 18 and having, if you're older than 18, imagine being that age and literally having the weight of the world on your shoulders. I
Yeah.
mean, it's to be
Oh,
them being level headed
and
is what
Travis,
makes them unbelievable.
even this is even more demented. Every person who watched you at age like at your young age, every person who's they're watching you on TV.
Oh, did we lose him? Did we lose me or did we lose him? Oh, we lost him. Well, I'll wrap it up. We're gonna go watch. I'm gonna go watch the World Cup. Everybody else, go watch the World Cup. Go watch the United States of America. Play Belgium. Go boys, bring it home. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Hope you guys had a great Monday and you have a great week at work. And we'll see you next week. Peace.